Everyone good? Everything gold? Great, let's get to it. Welcome back to Let's Try. It's been a while. Today we're sampling a Sega Saturn game, straight from Japan, courtesy of the good people at Atlas. You know, the Persona people, as they're known these days. But this was back when they were much lesser known. Far more under the radar. Oh, but let me shut up so we can enjoy this intro first. This will be my first time seeing it too. Congratulations if you can read that. Teach me. So yes, the game is very Japanese, but honestly, would you have it any other way? And that game, by the way, in case you're like me and are having a little trouble with the stylized katakana and kanji, is Purikura Daisakusen, also known as Purikura Daisakusen, also known as Purikura Daisakusen, also known as Princess Clara Daisakusen, which Purikura is short for, Princess Clara. So this is a 1996 game by Atlas spinning off from the Goketsuji Ichizoku or Power Instinct series. It was first released on Sega's Titan video arcade hardware before being ported to the Sega Saturn. I got that straight from SegaRetro.org, a wonderful website, great resource for all things Sega of the past. Check it out. Link is in the video description. Anyway, let's get to it. Options. You know what? I'm really rusty on my katakana as it is. I haven't really been putting it into practice lately. It's one of those things. If I leave it alone, I start to rust. It's not like riding a bike for me at all. So, yeah. Ever since I stopped doing those language or subtitles, that kind of gave me no excuse to keep good on that. So anyway, this one I can make this one out. I'm pretty sure this is sound test. Sound testo. Yeah, sound test. Ah! Yeah, so there's that. And, oops, I didn't mean to back out, but I'm not going to waste too much time doing that because I like to keep these videos brief, just a quick look sort of thing, so I don't want to waste too much time. I can't read any of this, so I guess we just want big numbers. Hopefully big numbers will equal big damage. Okay, how come I can only do 4 here? And only, well, I don't really know what the value's for, so... And I have no idea what this does, so maybe the difficulty. I have no clue. I can almost read that. Something. I don't know. Yeah, no clue. And maybe this is your super move? Well, 1 is the default. Let's try 2. So we only got 4 buttons we really need to deal with, A, B, C, and Y, so that's good to know. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. By the way, this is also me testing out the Retrobit USB Sega Saturn controller. This is actually the wireless variety, so I'm really excited about that. It feels great. Pretty close to the real thing. So you'll be seeing it once I start streaming it. I'll be very happy to show it off then. This here just looks to be character profiles and portraits. And you know what? I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing this game again in the near future for the channel. Whether it's a live stream or a let's play, I don't know. But you'll get a chance to see all this in more detail then. I'd really rather get to the action, and I'm sure you would too. It's already been a few minutes, so yeah. we don't really have time for that. So, just go straight for the arcade mode. And we have a choice of 3 characters. Now, I know you're thinking it's really not an option, right? The choice is obvious. You got cute anime girl number 1. You got... No, I didn't... I promise you, I did not press the button. I promise you this. I was gonna pick the animal, the dog-looking guy. And it ruined my joke. I was gonna have all this build-up like, oh, of course you're gonna pick the cute anime girl, right? No, I'm gonna pick the dog-looking thing. But I guess the game decided otherwise. It says you're picking the cute anime girl. So there we go. The game is spoken. So you've got your basic attack. If you hold the button down, you can strafe, which is pretty handy, clearly. And okay, kind of reminds me of classic Sonic. We gotta save the animals, it looks like. Right now, it doesn't look too tough. Playing sloppy and haven't taken any damage, but there's no indication of what may come. Also, we have this roll move. And a hammer. Hammer of Death. Princess Smash. And bash. And crash. So we know where Amy got her hammer idea from, I'm thinking. I could get used to this. Little whack-a-mole on the move. Okay. That's a lot more fun than it has any right to be. And I'm not even doing anything with that. So I can interact with this, it looks like. Maybe. Power up. Yep, looks like it. So you can kind of string the roll with the hammer. Doesn't really work out too well with the shot, I'm guessing. Let me try it. Yeah. Okay, now let's play seriously. I was just messing around. So you're basically busting up the robots, collecting the critters. Sounds about right for a Sega game. Well, this isn't Sega developed, but still. Though, Sega does own Atlas these days, don't they? So, I'd say that was a good buy on their part. I'm sure they're loving that Persona 5 money right about now. And you know, they're very low-key about it. Like, you wouldn't even know that Sega owned Atlas for the most part. It's not like when Electronic Arts acquires something, or Square, it's pretty plain as day. Kind of keeping it on the low there, which is probably for the best. You know, a lot of people still think of Sega as the Sonic company, but they've got a lot more going on in the hood of their car, so. Which is good, because really, Sonic's kind of a. You know, I'm not even going to touch on that. You know, I'm a guy who just died. Okay. I'm a guy who pretty much grew up on the old classic Sonic games. Genesis was my first console, so that explains why. So I have a lot of fond memories of the blue guy, but recent times I've just kind of, it's taken a while, but recently I've just really kind of grown. I don't even say grown out of, just grown away from the Hedgehog. And the timing is funny because, ooh, what just happened? Okay, I just went diva. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay. I did not do that in my test run. I was not expecting that. And that was the C button. I forgot to do that. That's just your instant rain of destruction and death. You know, in case Armageddon can't come soon enough for you. Or really, 2020's like, give me a minute, I'm working on it. Yeah, we won't get in any of that though. What a year, what a year. So, I've got a powered up shot, it looks like. That's nice. A lot of little chickadees. Come with me, please. I will lead you to safety if I don't die along the way. And Off for a lift. And this looks like a boss arena. Sounds like one. Oh yeah. Spintiura. I would love to know how Japanese developers decide what words to put into English and then what words to leave in Japanese. Like, who makes those decisions? Like, how do they even come to those conclusions? I'll never know. But I'm not complaining. I guess it's good that we have some in English. Makes it a little easier. But you know, American culture or Western culture has strongly influenced Japanese culture. Not for all the best reasons, you know. The atomic bomb had a lot to play with it, if we're going to be completely blunt and honest. But I think a lot of people don't even realize that the Japanese anime that so many of us are so fond of and adore really drew heavy inspiration originally from the classic Western animations, the Mickey Mouses and whatnot. That old Disney animation style. You can definitely see it in the big eyes. So just a little quick history lesson. Now, don't get me wrong, anime has definitely grown and evolved into its own thing. And it's funny how the table has turned, where nowadays anime greatly inspires a lot of Western animation and a lot of Western artists, but originally it was the other way. So definitely a case of the student surpassing the teacher, I think. It does happen on occasion. Maybe it's about time I bust out a super move, because I'm kind of struggling here. And before I forget to mention, I do think the music in this game is pretty good. I haven't been listening as intently as I would like to, but I think it's good stuff. So this is supposedly a spin-off of Power Instinct, right? And I vaguely have recollections of that game back in the day. What's going on? Did I win? Okay, cool. So, for a fighting game to turn into this, that's kind of a stretch, you know? Kind of makes me want to look up the old Power Instincts. Maybe there's some videos on YouTube of it, huh? I would feel better if these girls were adults, but it's fine. It's not like I'm really checking them out like that or anything anyway, but I can't help but feel like somebody who developed this game had that in mind, and it kind of bothers me. Japan, you're great. You've given us a lot of wonderful things. With all due respect, with all love and admiration, can we cool it with the little girl thing and the little girl themes? It's just not, it's not too kosher, if I can get away with that. Now, I know things are a little different there, age of consent and whatnot, but I don't know. You're producing content for a worldwide audience. I don't know. Things you might want to keep in mind. Or maybe I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. I mean, to be fair, this was never released outside of Japan, so hey, I mean, you know, what can I say? Been a while since we hammered, so let's bring that back out. Yeah, this thing is really strong. It's got a pretty good reach too. Sounds like a little cat girl when she dies. Yeah. That's a little bit useful. Haha. So this is some nice, solid, simple, classic arcade style action. You really can't knock it. The Saturn was good for that sort of thing. What made me seek this game out originally? I'm trying to remember. I think I just saw some videos of it. I think somebody put together a compilation of import titles, and this was one of them, and it just stood out to me. and I saw some other videos of it, and it was hard. There are not a lot of clips of it out there, but I saw one long play of it, just enough to know that this was something that I'd be interested in. It had a nice slick look about it, like the presentation. Just looked like, you know, nice little fun you could kind of pick up for a quick few minutes. Nothing that requires a huge commitment. And we're going to continue. Oh, okay, now we can right my wrong. We're going to be the doggo. And he's ready to go. And I just noticed he's got a fairy friend with him. Did the princess have that with her? I wasn't even paying attention. So he has the... Instead of a hammer, he just uses his paw. Which looks to be pretty effective. And we're just going to roll through all of this nonsense. And anyone gets in our way, they're going to catch a forearm to the face. And a little bit more. Okay, he's pretty speedy too, given his size. Kind of caught me off guard. Easy, easy, Tiger. There we go. Yeah, this is really, really fun. I think this would be a fun stream game for Saturn Saturdays. Sky Lady. Noticing a sky theme here with the enemies. Oh. Okay, gotta watch out for you. Can I reach you? Okay, gotta get in closer. Come on. Don't be bashful. Come in close. I want to hug you. You know, I'm a touchy-feely sort. Too much personal space here. And see his special. So I'm not really one for the cutesy stuff typically, but this is not so much that I can't stand it or stomach it. This I can work with. And again, this music. This would have been a fun trip in the arcades. Man, I miss arcades. I can't even remember the last time I was at an arcade. And I think there are still a few kicking and screaming somewhere. In the States, I mean, but outside of like a Dave & Buster's type setup, maybe some Magic Mountain still have some stuff, but a dedicated arcade center, you really don't see those anymore, do you? I know I don't. Probably was early 2000s, late 90s the last time I was in one. But oh, I think the early's mid-90s, that was the golden age of arcades. You had Street Fighter 2, you had the X-Men 6-player arcade cabinet, you had the Simpsons, you had all the Capcom side-scrolling beat-em-ups. You know, the Knights of the Round, your Final Fight. You had your Battletoads 3-player, which was very rare. I only saw it one time, but I treasured that one time. Oh man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course, can't forget that one. All of them. There were at least a couple. Yeah, those were the good old days. For those of you who missed that experience, oh, I wish you were there. And I think that'll close it out. Let me get my animal friends. Oh no, I missed you. Right off the rails. Oh, don't look. Oh, it's terrible. Almost as terrible as my playing. But I'm not even trying to... Not really trying to impress anybody right now. I'm just trying to grow up and, you know, make the most of my life. This is a really short game, too. I think it's only 5 or 6 stages. No more than 7 for sure. So, could mess around and beat the game if I wasn't careful. And we got another helper. So, I don't know how all the mechanics work. There's a lot that I have to discover. I look forward to doing that in the near future, hopefully with you guys. Stick around. Again, this will very likely be a live stream, or I might let's play it, one of the two. But that has been Purikura Daisakusen, aka a whole bunch of other names. This has been PDK. Thank you for joining me again on my first Let's Try of 2020. And there will definitely be many more. Until then, stay safe and stay up. See you soon.